What is going on, guys? My name is Guide. Today we're gonna talk about my new Patreon page and the sideboard guide I just made. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the sideboard guide and the Patreon page. Why? It's because the sideboard guide is gonna be on the Patreon page and it's gonna be exclusive to my Patreon, and I'm gonna talk about something else also about the questions for the deck. So a few months ago I received a suggestion of doing a sideboard guide for Modern Burn updated every single month, and I just didn't really have the time to do that, but now I have a little more time, so I'm gonna be able to do that on my Patreon page. And yeah, a lot of people suggested me to put it on my Patreon. So what I did is I removed all of my tiers, previous tiers, and I changed them all. So we have the Lava Spike, which is $2 US. This is 3 Canadian. Lava Spike is just basically, hey GG, hello, good job for doing it, what you do. I don't really care about your sideboard guide for Modern Burn, but you know, keep doing what you do. Just a little more, just a little thumbs up, pretty much. And of course, you're gonna have access to Patreon room. I'm gonna talk about the Patreon room in a bit, what is going to be happening there. After that, we have the Lightning Bolt. So for $4 US, you have my sideboard guide updated every single month about Modern Burn. So I made a 10 pages sideboard guide on Word with a strategic guide, and I think it's the 7 most popular matchup that I confronted this month. And if you have questions like about other matchup that I didn't mention in the sideboard guide, you're gonna be able to go in the Patreon room and ask a question. What do you take in? What do you take out in this matchup? How do you play against this matchup? And I'm gonna be able to answer you directly in the Patreon room. You're gonna have like this special advantage of Patreon. And why I'm doing this is because more and more on YouTube, I'm receiving a lot of questions, and it's becoming difficult to answer them all. I'm receiving like 10 questions per day about Modern Burn, and it's taking a lot of my time to answer them all. So this is going to be a way to filter the questions, and at the same time, people that are doing a little more for the channel are going to be able to have this private access to answers and stuff. And finally, we have the Boar Charm. This is the $10 US tier. So that's pretty much, if you want to make me play a deck, that's my last tier was that also. If you want to make me play a deck, well, since I'm having less and less time, you're gonna have to pay a little more, but there is an option for $10. You've got my sideboard guide, and you can make me play a deck every single month on the channel. And of course, the Patreon room, same thing. Patreons will be answered first in the Patreon room. So if you have any questions about the modern metagame, anything about Magic, you're going to be able to be answered. So I already posted my 10 pages sideboard guide about my July burn list that some of you saw me play on the leagues. So that's pretty much going to be it for the function of my Patreon and my sideboard guide every single month. And very soon I'm going to be updating my burn list, not by a much, but I'm going to be trying some new things, and I might be trying some Naya burn with Destructive Rollery. We'll see about that. We're gonna do some testing this week. So I really hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time in another video. See ya. Bye bye, guys.